The man who can find peace in what he already has is the one who eventually receives everything he desires. And in today's video, I'm going to help you attract the things that you truly desire into your current reality. There's a special technique that I've personally used that helped me attract the things that I truly wanted into my life without trying so hard. So I'm going to share what worked for me in today's video. So let's get straight into it. So what we need to do is we need to identify the main problem here. What is getting in the way of you attracting the things that you truly desire into your current reality? And it starts with this, right? It starts with having the wrong perception, the wrong mindset. And I've personally been through this myself. That's why I was never able to attract the things that I truly desired. All the things that I wanted kept running further and further away from me. It's because when you have this perception of once I get X, then I'll be happy, you're going to come from a place of lack. And when you come from a place of lack, whatever you're chasing, you got to understand that it's going to run further and further away from you. And that's just how the laws of the universe works. You see, the problem that I faced before, and you might be able to relate as well, is you have that perception where you say to yourself, once I get in a relationship and experience love, then I'll be happy. Once I get that career that makes more money, then I'll be happy. Once I get that six-pack and transform my physique, then I'll be happy. The problem is you're coming from a place of lack. You're focusing on the things that are outside of your control. Because if you're always going to be waiting for those things to become happy, well, you're never going to be living in the present. So you need to understand the only way to attract these things in your life, which I'm going to share further in this video, is firstly, you need to seek happiness in your current reality with what you already have. Okay, you cannot focus on what you don't have. The problem is a lot of us men, we focus on what we don't have and we miss the present moment. We miss the things that we currently have in our life. We're not expressing gratitude for the things that we have currently in our life. Because let's face it, that's all we have today. So what I want you to do is identify all the things you currently have in your life. Okay, all the things that you have in your life. You can truly be grateful for everything that you currently have. So if you woke up this morning and you're alive, that's a blessing. That's already a massive win in itself. So start to give thanks. Start to be grateful that you're alive, that you're breathing, that you're able to walk and go to the fridge and go to work, right? You need to be grateful that you're alive, that you can move your body. So if you have your health in order right now, please honor this by being disciplined. Please honor this by ingesting the right types of food and respecting your body, right? Your body is a temple. It's your vessel. Once your health deteriorates, then everything else in your life is going to start to fall apart, right? Start to focus on movement. You've got a blessing. You've got a body. There are so many people in this world that would kill to be in your position right now. That would kill to have your health. That would kill to actually go to the gym. Think about all the people that have disabilities, all the people that are not able to do the things that you can truly do. Because let's face it, we all tend to take things for granted in life unless we focus on being grateful for those things. So if you've got your health right now, please honor that. If you've got a job right now and you're able to make some sort of money, it might not even be the most ideal job that you'd like to be in, but at the end of the day, that job provides shelter, it provides food in the fridge for you, it provides an ability for you to have a gym membership. It allows you to pay for fuel to have a vehicle. So start to be grateful that you've got a job. Start to be grateful that you're able to go to work. You get to go to work. Tell yourself, I get to go to work today. There are people around the world that would kill to have the job that you have right now. So don't take it for granted. Don't learn the hard way. If you were to lose your job today, how much of an inconvenience would that be in your life? Think about it. If you lost your job today, you would be under financial pressure. So please be grateful for that job that you have. At the end of the day, there are people in third world countries, there are people that are homeless, there are people that would actually die to do your job. They'd be grateful to have that job. So please understand that what you have right now, even though you might be complaining, please don't see the negatives, right? Focus on the positives. At least I get to go to work today. At least I get to put food in the fridge because that job allows me to make an income. At least I get to put fuel in the car and drive to work and go to the supermarket and go to the shops or whatever it is, right? You've got that luxury. So start to focus on that. When it comes to relationships, If you want love in your life, start to give love to yourself. Start to express love to others that are currently in your life. If you've got your family in your life right now, if you've got your friends in your life right now, send some love, because life's too short. When your parents pass away, and if they've already passed away, I'm sorry to hear that. But for the most part, if you've still got either both your parents or one of your parents in your life, please cherish that. Please be grateful for that, because one day when they're gone, you don't want to say to yourself, I wish I said that I love you a lot more. Even if you come from a family dynamic where it's not normal to say, I love you, because I've also grown up in a household like that, right? It's not normal to say to each other, I love you, I'm proud of you. But at the end of the day, you've got to try and express love for those people that you still have in your life, because once they're gone, you don't want to have that guilty consciousness, right? You want to make sure that you appreciate the people that still are in your life. And it doesn't matter, even if you're not as close with these people, at least you can send a bit of love, right? At least you can just give them a call and just check in on your family members, even your friends. Just send them a message. Hey man, how's everything going? Just checking in with you. Look after your brothers that you have in your life, right? Reach out to them, send some love. When you do this, you express gratitude in its highest form by being grateful for the people that you have in your life. And when you send love, you're only going to receive it back. Understand that's how the universe works. Until you can actually seek love in your own life, within yourself, expressing it to others around you, that's when the universe will gift you a woman back into your life, because you're already living in abundance. And let's even talk about money. Let's say you want to make more money. You want to create a legacy. Don't focus on coming from a place of lack. I need more money. I'll be happy when I make X amounts of money. Make sure that you give money away to other people who are less fortunate than you, right? That's how the universe works. It sees that you're giving away some money to help someone who's less fortunate than you, and you don't have to be wealthy. You can give a couple of dollars to someone who needs it more than you. And when you do this, you're sending out love. You're telling the universe, hey, you know what? I want to help this person. I'm a giver. I'm not a taker. And when you give, you're going to get it back. Don't expect to get it back, but I'm telling you, the universe will gift you more blessings in return. You'll get more opportunities to make more money, because you're not coming from a place of neediness and lack. You're thinking about other people. You're taking your own emotions out of the equation and saying to yourself, man, this person needs that couple of dollars more than I do. So I'm going to give that money to him. I'm going to buy that person lunch today. A friend might ask you, hey, can I borrow some money? Lend it to them. Help people out. At the end of the day, if you want more of these things, you need to already seek abundance with all these things in your current reality as it is. Only then will you start to attract the things that you truly desire into your life. Because what you're signaling to the universe is you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm already happy with everything I have. Thank you, universe. I'm grateful for everything I currently have. I've got my health. I've got a job. I've got relationships in my life, or I've got a good relationship within myself. I've got a car, I get to drive around, I'm making some form of money. So I'm living, I'm in abundance. So I want you to think about it like this. You're alive, you've got your health. You're able to see, you're able to move your body. That's a blessing in itself. You've got a job, you've got the ability to make an income. You get to go to work, which then provides a roof over your head. It puts food in the fridge. You've got relationships in your life, or maybe you don't, but you've got a relationship within yourself. You can love yourself. You've got a car that drives you from A to B. It doesn't have to be the best vehicle, but you've got something that allows you to get around. So think about it like this. You're already living in abundance. You've got everything that you truly need to survive. Everything externally is all just extra things that you want, but you don't need those things. So until you can actually seek happiness with what you already have, and that's why I say start to be grateful for what you have in your life, because you've already got everything and you just don't realize it. We live in this hyper competitive day and age where everyone thinks that they need this, they need that to be happy. You don't. Understand the game of life. You've already got everything that you truly desire. You're living, you're breathing. Everything else is going to come from a place of lack. Allow the universe to send you those things when you're least expecting those things. And the only way that can happen is if you can start to give thanks for the things that you already have in your current reality. Seek happiness in your current reality. Only then can you attract the things that you truly desire into your life, because the universe says, oh, you know what? He's already happy with everything. I'm going to give him this. I'm going to give him that. And let me tell you something. All these things happened to me. 3 years ago, when I went through a rock bottom period, when everything got taken away from me, I got fired from a job. My business completely collapsed. Financially, I was struggling. I got out of a 7-year relationship where a woman broke up with me, so that completely ended. I was addicted to drugs. I had a poor relationship with family and friends. My mental health was completely compromised. But you know what? I didn't complain. I thought to myself, how can I make things better? Every decision I've made up until this point is on me. That's why I'm stuck in this position. That's why I'm in this rock bottom period. So what can I do now to never get myself in this position again? So I started to just focus on all the basic things in my life, just all the simple things. So what I did was I got a job at DoorDash. I started cleaning toilets. Not once in my whole entire life did I ever think I was going to do something like that at age 33. But you know what? I started to just be grateful for what I had. At least I get to go to work. At least I get to make an income. At least I get to pay for the roof over my head. At least I get to pay for the food that's in my fridge. At least I get to pay for the gym membership. So I just started to seek happiness in what I already had. I was like, cool, man, I've already got a job. It's not the most ideal thing, but at the end of the day, it allows me to do the things that I truly want. Even my health, I completely disrespected my body for majority of my life, ingesting the wrong types of foods, drugs, alcohol, and my body was pretty much collapsing at 33. So again, that was another wake-up call for me. I had to focus on my health, but not only my physical health, my mental health and my spiritual health. So I started to get in the gym. I started to ingest the right types of foods. I started to push myself. I started to become more disciplined. I started to give thanks for actually being able to go to the gym. At least I get to go to the gym and rebuild my physique. And even relationships. I started to form better relationships with my family. That was something that I was struggling with for the majority of my life because I grew up with trauma. It was very hard for me to actually forgive certain people in my family. But I started to look on the bright side. It's like, at least I've got my parents still alive. Yes, I had to go through trauma, but at the end of the day, I started to have more emotional intelligence about other people, right? I started to forgive. I no longer held on to resentment and anger, which I did for a long period of my life. I was finally free. So I was grateful that I had my family still in my life. I was still grateful that I had friends in my life at that time. I didn't have many, but I had a couple of friends that were solid, that actually genuinely wanted to see me win. So I started to be grateful for that. I started to give back. Whenever I saw someone that was less fortunate than me, even though I had not much money at the time, I would give that to those that would need it. Even if it's a couple of dollars, $5, $10, if I saw someone that was homeless, I would give. Even if it was my last bit of money, I would give it away. Because at the end of the day, I told myself, you know what? I'm already living in abundance. There's food in the fridge. I've got a spare $10 note in my wallet. I'm going to give it away. Do I need it? Sure. But at the end of the day, the other person needs it more than me. And as I just lived in this state of abundance, that's when my mindset started to shift, right? I went from the wrong mindset, a mindset trapped in fear, a mindset that was always trying to seek outcomes, to a mindset that was happy with what he already had in his life. Because I started to practice gratitude. I started to give thanks for everything that I had in my life currently at that given time. And when it comes to gratitude, it's one of the highest frequency states that you can ever be in. And understand the universe will respond to the frequency that you emit. So when you practice gratitude, it's a high frequency emotion. It allows you to feel peace, love, joy, and that's the frequency that you're sending out. The universe gets that frequency and sends you more of that back into your current reality. Understand that's how it works. It's fairly simple. So in order for you to start to attract things into your life, you firstly need to go from not having a mindset that's coming from a place of lack. So when you start to practice gratitude on a daily basis, that's when your mindset will shift from lack to abundance. because you're focusing on what you currently have, not what you want. And the scientific benefits of gratitude, which doesn't cost you anything, is getting more dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals. Whenever I practice gratitude on a daily basis, I feel good. You also get the benefit of being present because you're focusing on what you already have in your current reality. You're not focusing on things out of your control. So you're living more in the present when you're grateful for the things that you already have. So start to practice gratitude. Start to practice it each and every day. What I personally do is I wake up every morning. I've got a morning routine. Gratitude is one of the habits that I incorporate part of my morning routine. So I wake up and I give thanks to the man above. I talk to the universe. All the things that I have in my life, I give thanks for. The roof over my head, the ability that I get to look after my health and maintain my health. I get to go to the gym. I get to drive to the gym. I've got my partner in my life. I tell her that I love her. I don't want to take that for granted. I've still got my family in my life. I give thanks for that. I get to help others. I get to be aligned with my purpose. I give thanks for everything that I currently have in my life, right? And I want you to do the same. So what I want you to do is this: write down 5 things that you're grateful for each and every morning as you start the day. Be grateful as soon as the day starts. So 5 things you're grateful for, and why are you grateful for those things? Show gratitude through action. If you're grateful for being alive, wake up early. If you're grateful that you've got your health, get your ass in the gym. Start to ingest good foods. If you've got a job right now, start to give thanks that gives you the ability to put a roof over your head, that puts food in the fridge, that pays for a gym membership, the fuel in your car. You got your family in your life, start to give thanks for the family that you have in your life. You got your friends in your life or a friend in your life, give thanks, send some love. Be grateful for having these things. You got a car, but it's not the best car, give thanks. At least that car gets you from A to B. I'm just giving you some basic examples. You can literally come up with a massive list. Even if you put down 10 things that you're grateful for, once you get better at doing 5 things you're grateful for, start to go for 10. The more things that you can be grateful for, the better it is for you. At the end of the day, it's going to put you in that high frequency state. You're going to reap the scientific benefits of gratitude. And that's why gratitude is so powerful, man. It allows you to change your internal reality, to therefore attract the things that you truly want, because you're sending the right signals, that you're telling the universe, hey, I'm grateful for everything that I have. I'm already happy. I don't need anything externally to make me more happier. And that's when the universe goes, you know what? He's ready to receive more. I'm going to give him more and more and more. And for me personally, that's why I was able to attract the things that I truly desired into my current reality. It's because I was grateful for all the things that I had. Even though I was financially struggling at the time, I started to look on the bright side. I started to focus on the positives. And the universe kept blessing me more and more and more. And it's going to open more doors into your life. Trust me when I say this. If you want to activate the laws of the universe and you want to receive the things that you want, you need to give thanks for the things that you already have in your current reality and seek abundance. Because as I mentioned earlier, you've already got everything. You're just making this a lot more harder for yourself by comparing yourself to other people. So at the end of the day, understand that you've already got everything in your current reality. So seek abundance with that. Be happy with that. You've got everything. You want a better car, you want this, you want that. That's all just external things. That's not going to make you happy. When you get that thing, it's going to make you want more and more and more. So start to seek happiness with what you already have, because you've already got everything. You've already got everything. Understand this. You've got everything in your life right now. You just want more because your mindset is focused on lack. It's focused on things that you want, not focusing on things that you already have. And that's why when you practice gratitude, you can shift that mindset from a mindset operating from lack, fear, scarcity, to a mindset that's full of love and abundance. And that's what you want. I guarantee you, if you follow exactly what I said, you will attract the things that you truly want. You will change your internal frequency state, and the universe will send you more and more of the way that you're feeling internally. So I want you to understand the power of gratitude. I'm not just making this video for the fun of it, right? At the end of the day, I'm making this video because I know there is a massive benefit when you actually practice the habit of gratitude. When you start to do it on a daily basis, over and over and over again, you're going to start to reprogram your subconscious mind. You're going to form new neural pathways in your brain, and you can start to feel amazing. You're not going to focus on things that are out of your control. You're not going to focus on the things that you want. You're going to focus on the things that you already have. And that's going to allow you to live in the present moment each and every day. Because when you live the other way, where you wait for X and then you'll be happy, let me tell you something, you'll be forever waiting to be happy. And number two, you're going to miss the present. You're going to miss all the experiences in life from the present moment, which is what we have. And you're going to always be focusing on things you don't have, right? So you're never going to be living in the present. Time will pass you by and then you'll look back and go, man, I was never present for that last 10 to 20 years of my life. That's how I was. I was never present because I was always chasing. Once I get X, then I'll be happy. That's how I was living, right? For majority of my life. And it absolutely destroyed me because I missed out on all the present moments in my life. And that's why I refused to live the way that I was living before. And that's when I said to myself, there's got to be a better way. And that's why I'm a big believer in practicing gratitude, in having the right daily habits that allow you to operate through your highest self, mentally, physically, spiritually, having that internal fulfillment. That's why I keep preaching it in all my videos. Because you want to be present in life. We've only got one life. So let's make the most of it and let's be present and cherish everything that we have. Cherish the experiences. Cherish things with people that are currently still in your life, right? Start to be grateful for those things and you get to live in the present. So I hope this video has made you realize that you've been playing the wrong game in life, and it's perfectly fine, right? At least you're aware of it now. At least you know there's a better way to change your current reality to attract the things that you want. And like I said before, I was playing the wrong game myself, right? I was always waiting for X and then I'll be happy, missed out on the present moment. It compromised my mental health. And I'm like, man, is this all life is? Just always chasing and chasing and chasing. There's got to be a better way. And that's why I'm so big on self-improvement. That's why I'm so big in having the right holistic daily habits in your life, practicing mindfulness, being calm and present, having peace in your life as a man is very important. You can create that peace in your current reality, and it starts with seeking happiness with what you already have. Okay, that's abundance. Start to give thanks, be grateful, and I watch your life change. I guarantee you this, yes? So look, ending the video here, I hope you got some sort of value. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me keep making more valuable content. This is a small channel. I want to grow it. I want to send the message out to those that need the message. If you like this video, give it a like. And at the end of the day, this channel's all about helping men on their journey. I only share exactly what worked for me. And if you want to share your comments down below, drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear it. I'll respond to each and every one of you guys. And just understand that you've got this, right? Understand that you can change things around. Start to take responsibility. Start to focus on what you already have, not what you want, and watch your life change. So look, ending it here. Hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.